Hi, today is April 22nd, 2020, and I'm going to discuss with you the coronavirus and the gender. And there are many reports indicate that the infection of the coronavirus between male and female and display different outcome, and looks like the infection is different between the male and the female. First, let's have a look at some of the data in China. And they just report this COVID-19 death rate. And this is data from China. It's Chinese CDC. And they actually include all this death rate among all of China. So overall, the male death rate is 2.8%, and the female death rate is 1.7%, and the male to female ratio is 1.6, and that indicates that male have 6% more chance died of COVID-19 infection. And I should point out is that the chance of getting infection or infection rate actually is the same between male and female. However, the outcome in terms of death, the males have significantly more than female. And we also have data from Italy, and this is from Higher Health Institute of Rome. And this data is not for entire Italy, but it's just one institute, and I think it only have about a few thousand cases. And based on this data, the male death rate is about 8%, and female death rate is 5%. And again, this infection rate, both male and female, actually is no difference. But this is also should be the truth, because both male and female have same chance to get infection by the coronavirus. But the outcome is completely different, and the male have more than 60% chance and died of this virus infection, and this is a huge difference. And so it's hard to get the reason. And here I just can try to give some of kind of a review what is potential, what is the reason for the discrepancy. Of course, the reasons are unknown. We can only, and there also there's no any study for the coronavirus, but I know that many studies on influenza and also in other infectious diseases, and it does have difference between male and female. So the fact that influence this discrepancy is first of all is the biological factors. We know that men and women is different, and the 6 difference in every tissues and organ systems in the human body, so the huge difference. And also we know the X chromosomes contains immune-related genes, and we know that women have 2 X and male only have 1 X. So the immune system is different. Usually the woman, the immune response is much stronger than men. And that's also from some specific diseases also indicate the immune system in female is stronger, such as in some of the autoimmune diseases. It happens much more in female than male. such as lupus and also rheumatoid arthritis. And because in this case because females have much more strong immune response, and that's resulting in the auto response is also much more stronger. And we know that female and male, the hormone is different, and this study indicates the female is estrogen can enhance immunity. And this is some published study from China. They actually monitored the entire process for male and female. They measured the antibody level, and they found out that during the entire process, and the female patient always have higher antibody production than the male, and that is actually is agreement with this immune system, as I mentioned, because that females have much strong immune response because the immune system is stronger than male, because this is a biological difference between female and male. And another important factor is a behavioral factor. We know that in the world, especially in China, much more men smoking than women, and maybe like about 50% of men smoking, and in China, and only have 3% women smoking. And even in Italy, and still the men have much more men than women smoking. We know that people smoking, and they have some change in your respiratory system, because smoking will have some detriment effect to the entire respiratory system. And another factor may be is health consciousness. Very simple reason, like female is much more likely to wash the hand each activity, but male have less chance to wash hand. So again, and there's no explanation for this discrepancy between the difference between men and women, the outcome from the infection. It's clear that male have more than 6% more chance died of the coronavirus infection. And the fact is not single factors, but must combined factors, include biological factors and behavior factors. And so and that is a difference between men and women. And so this is also an important implication for us when we think about develop a new drug for this control this virus infection, or develop new vaccines for this virus infection. And we don't need to do something different, but at least when we, in the process of developing drug and develop vaccine, we at least need to include same amount of men and women, and we need to take this consideration in any drug development or vaccine and development. And I think anyone who listen to this, watch this video, you may have idea that what can be the difference between men and women, and that's can be resulting difference between the death rate from this virus infection. And you are welcome to give your comments in this in the description of this video. And so we're certainly like to discuss this, and maybe we get some new good idea on this and let us get to better understand why this difference between men and women. And that's my thought for today. I wish to see you in my next video. Thanks and bye.